Alright, how is everyone doing this evening? Welcome back to another video. This is the second one on the day. Actually, editing the last video took up some time. That's why it's evening time now. But let's get into the full review for the Poetic Guardian series case for the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G. Now, typically with these two-piece cases, I don't like to demonstrate putting them back together a second time because typically it's super difficult. But the overall installation process and removal process of this case on the device is super easy, and I felt like I had no problems demonstrating it again. Alright, so without further ado, let's dive into this full review, and hopefully by the end of it, you guys and gals know if this case is worth picking up for your device. Let's go. Let's not waste any time. So, starting off with the overall build quality and design of the case, this particular case is made out of hardshell TPU material and then grippy matte plastic texturized material. So you have two hard shells. You have a hard shell back with a clear ceramic coating, and then you have a hard shell front frame. Okay, both made out of TPU texturized plastic, but the front frame is just glossy texturized plastic, and then the back case and frame is wrapped in a matte texturized material. But overall, talking about the build quality and design of this case, I have to say Poetic has done a top-notch job. Top-notch indeed. Now, let's move on. Let's try not to waste any time here. Up next, let's talk about the overall fit and feel of the case on the device. And I'm going to run through a real quick and brief installation. Now, I went through a full installation in the unboxing, and I showcased the other front frame with the built-in screen protector, and then I showcased this front frame without. And I really love that Poetic gave you the option to use a front frame with a built-in plastic screen protector or use the front frame without. So extra kudos going out to Poetic for featuring that and thinking about that. But let's just run through this installation process again. Somebody put a timer on. Let me show you how easy and how quick this is to do. So first things first, you want to take your front frame and clip it onto the front of your device. Make sure everything lines up and just click it on. Apply even pressure so it clicks on. Now, first you want to make sure you clean your device thoroughly before you do this. But this is just a quick down and dirty installation. After that, now there's several different ways you can install this back frame or back shell. You can start from the bottom, you can start from the top, you can start from the sides. I like to do mine from the side. So you next need to do is line it up on the side here and then just drop it in. Just like that. And again, make sure it clicks into place. Just so there goes that. And then here we go over here. And then sometimes this will get stuck and you just fold it over. Make sure the plastic doesn't get caught. Click it into place. And it's on. And then after it's on here, all you have to do, you see how these sides are wide open? You just pinch them closed till everything is nice and flush. Nice and flush around the entirety of the device. And you can see after that we have a pretty much perfect fit here. And somebody tell me down below in the comments, how long did that take me to do? That felt like it took me no time. And taking it off is the exact same way. Alright? But I'm not going to take it off because that might make this video a little bit extra long. And we're trying to get this done quick, fast, and in a hurry here. Alright? But the overall installation process and removal process of this case on the device is top-notch. Top-notch indeed. And talking about the overall fit, it's pretty much a perfect fit. Okay? In terms of the fit, we have precision cutouts for our microphones, our speaker, and our charging port. And we do have a nice dust protective flap. Okay? So if you don't want any residual dust or hair and fibers to get in your charging port, flip that bad boy closed. Alright? Then we have full protection for our buttons, and they still do maintain full clickiness. Let me be quiet, hold this up to the mic, give y'all a listen. Check this out. super clicky buttons, super tactile, and it is fully covered, and we pretty much have a perfect fit. Okay? And then moving on to the feel in hand here. The feel in hand is top notch. Top notch indeed. Okay? Like I said, they have like a grippy matte material around the sides, and it just feels incredible in the hands. Okay? And even with a loose grip here, this bad boy ain't going nowhere. Check that out. I could just, I want to chuck this, and it's not coming out. So, overall feel in hand with this case on the device is top notch, and that's very important because this case adds some much needed grip to an otherwise very slippery device. Without a case on this device, it is extremely slippery. Okay, so that being said, let's move on now. The overall fit and feel of this case on the device is top notch. Top notch indeed. Now, moving on, let's talk about the overall protection. Now, as you probably would have already guessed, this case provides maximum protection for the entirety of the device. And even better still, you get a nice raised lip with a nice deep indentation for your camera lenses and your flash. Nice and deep. So if you was to drop this on the back, my camera lenses are fine. Okay? And the same thing can be said for the front. You get a really nice raised lip around the entirety of the front of the display. And you get a nice plastic border as extra protection as well. And if you just so happen to drop this bad boy face down, your device is going to be fine. Okay? And as you probably would have guessed, this particular case is extremely screen protector friendly, and everything works exactly like how it's supposed to. Okay? Okay? So it is extremely screen protector friendly, and even if you use the screen protector, the plastic one that Poetic provides, you should still have the same overall experience. So in terms of the protection, again, I'd have to say the protection on this is top notch. And we already talked about the buttons. You get full protection for your buttons, and they still maintain maximum clickiness and maximum functionality. So again, in terms of the protection on this one is top notch. And I gotta tell y'all, I accidentally dropped my device with this case on it. I did it twice. Once outside on concrete and once in the bathroom. I don't know why all my drop incidents happen in the bathroom. I don't know why this particular device doesn't like to stay in my pocket. It fell out of my pocket twice while I was sitting on the toilet, you know. And as I went to pull up my pants, it went flying out. And oh my gosh, I almost started crying because I have tile floors in my bathroom. And when it flew, I was like, oh, and then I heard it just crack. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my God. I thought for sure I had a shattered display, cracked camera lenses or something, because it kind of did one of these, like it fell out of my pocket and then it flew across the bathroom and it kind of did the boop, bow, bloop. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. So it went back, front, it went side, back, front. I'm like, oh no, you had to hit everywhere. You literally had to hit everywhere. And you know, when something is super important to you, and you see something bad happening, and it's like things start to go in slow motion. That's what happened when I was pulling up my pants, and I saw this bad boy fly out of my pants and fly across the bathroom. I was like, Lord, take the wheel, because if it breaks, we're gonna need a new phone. And I was in shock. I was like, oh, picked it up. It looked perfectly fine. Took the case off in like 30 seconds. The device was completely fine. No scratches on the cameras, no scratches on the device, no scratches on the side. Everything still looked pristine and brand new. I'm like, oh, damn. All right, Poetic. I see you. I see you. So the overall protection of this case on the device, I cannot speak highly enough of it. And I have actual experience of it now. Okay? Now, y'all know that's not anything new, because you're talking to Mr. Super Clumsy. But when I do case reviews, I try to be extra cautious, especially if this is a device that I may not potentially keep or give away. I want to make sure the next person that I give it to gets a pristine and brand new device, man. And if you know about what I do with Amazon Vine products, you know what's going to happen to this device when I'm done. If you don't know, check out some of my other Amazon Vine videos. I'm not going to spoil it, but if you don't know, go check it out, because I'm always transparent about Amazon Vine products. But the overall protection on this one, can't speak highly of it enough. It is top notch, okay? Top notch indeed. Okay? Now, moving on, let's briefly summarize the positives and the negatives of this case. And then we're going to talk about the overall pricing, the overall availability. I'm going to get into my final thoughts, and I'm going to make an overall recommendation. So, if you guys and gals watch no other part of this full review, as long as you watch the positives and negatives category, this next category, you should get a good overall general idea about how I feel about the case. Okay? And as always, I am not perfect, and I never claim to be. So if I don't point out a particular positive or a particular negative, and you pick up this device in this case, and you experience a positive and or negative that I did not experience, and you come across this video, please leave that positive or negative down below in the comments, because as always, all feedback is greatly appreciated, and only through providing our feedback can we get overall improvements on products and devices. Alright, just remember, if you're going to leave a comment, keep it respectful, please. We're all supposed to be adults. You should be able to respectfully share your opinion. Alright? That being said, I'll have a full list of the positives and the negatives thrown up in post. So also feel free to pause the video wherever you see said list that you're interested in, and you should be good to go. Take your time and read it. Okay? That being said, let's dive into this. Let's start off with the positives first. Okay? And this is pretty much just a summarization of everything that I talked about throughout the video so far. So the overall build quality and design is top notch. And I'm a big fan of this two-tone design here. This black and clear, I'm a big fan of that. Okay, this two-tone design here. Alright, so the overall build quality and design of this case is top notch. Right? The overall fit and feel of this case on the device is top notch. This particular case does offer maximum protection. Okay? And it is extremely easy to remove the case for general case maintenance and cleaning, and it is extremely easy to install the case. So the overall installation and removal process is extremely easy on this case right here. And this particular case is available for what I would consider to be a really great price. We're going to talk about the pricing and availability in a little bit here. Okay? But that essentially goes over all of the positives. And oh, I also love the fact that Poetic included a frame with a built-in screen protector, and they also included a frame without one. So they gave you the choice of, do you want to use a screen protector or not? Or maybe you have a tempered glass or privacy screen protector already installed. Don't worry, it'll still work with our case. Big kudos to Poetic for including that additional frame. Alright? So that's another positive right there. I really do think Poetic thought of everything when they were designing and manufacturing this case. Alright? So, that goes over all the positives. And now, let's jump into the negatives. And honestly, this negative is a little bit nitpicky, but it does get on my nerves. So I have to point it out. A negative is a negative, no matter how small or how large it is. So I have to point it out. This particular case, and I'm sure y'all have seen it throughout the video, is a fingerprint magnet. And I did wipe everything down before I started the video, right? And y'all see how fingerprinty and disgusting that looks? Ugh. Could you imagine me taking this to the gym and after doing some hard sets on the Smith machine or doing some curls on the curl machine, I pull out my phone to check the time and I just flip it over for a second and I just see these fingerprints? I'm like, ugh. So Poetic, maybe for the next iteration of this, if y'all could include a more fingerprint resistant coating or a more oleophobic coating so you don't see the fingerprints as much, that would be a big improvement in my opinion, because these fingerprints, no. Or maybe y'all could build the same case and have like a matte frosted back, so even though you have the fingerprints, you won't be able to see them. That would be a big improvement. But overall, those fingerprints, that's a negative in my opinion. The fingerprintiness is a negative. Now, that is very nitpicky, because all I have to do is take a microfiber cleaning cloth, and then within a matter of seconds, those fingerprints are gone. But the fact that as soon as I touch it again, they'll come right back, that's what makes it a negative. And over time, you're going to get kind of upset with seeing that. Okay? No matter how clean or dry your hands are, your hands naturally produce oils. Your skins naturally produce oils. Some of us glisten naturally. Some of us don't have to use, the lotions. Some of us glisten naturally. Like, some of us have instant sweats in the gym. Even though, you only been working out for like 30 seconds. And you start sweating like you've been working out for like 45 minutes. I'm like, bruh, where did that come from? You just started. So, yeah, the same rules apply here. There's nothing you can do about the fingerprints. It just happens. But Poetic, you can cut down on it with a improved back material or like a matte frosted glass material on the back. Just a thought. So the overall fingerprintiness of this case is the only negative that I experienced. Okay? Now again, if you guys and gals experience a positive and or a negative, leave that feedback down below in the comments. Just remember to keep it respectful, please. Okay? But that summarizes the positives. That summarizes the negatives. Let's move on to the final part of the video. Let's talk pricing. Let's talk overall availability. Let me get into my final thoughts and make an overall recommendation. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I do have to let everyone know, because I'm all about keeping it straight 100 around here. This is another accessory along with the A54 5G itself that came into the channel thanks in large part to the Amazon Vine program. So this means that it came into the channel completely free of charge. So all I have to do is use the product and write up a full written review and submit it to be published on Amazon. And in this particular case, along with the device, is mine to keep. But, as I always say, that in no way, shape, form, or fashion influences my overall opinions. I reserve the right to keep it straight 100 around here. So if I use this case or if I use this device and there were things that I don't like and I don't recommend it, I would tell you I don't recommend it and why. Or if I use this case and there's things that I do like and I can recommend it, I would tell you the things that I like and why. Okay? So my opinions in no way, shape, form, or fashion are influenced by the fact that this particular product and or device came into the channel free of charge. Okay? That being said, I did do my due diligence and I scoured the internet and I found this case available ranging in prices from $17 or $16.99, rounded to $17 to make it easier, or $22 or $21.99. Again, rounded to 22 just to make it easy, and that's using a combination of Amazon and eBay. That's pretty much all I scour, because a lot of my viewers, they like to use either Amazon or eBay. Now, I don't know why anyone would use eBay. I wouldn't trust eBay to do anything, but I'm a big proponent and supporter of Amazon, so I can always recommend Amazon, okay? But it is what it is. You get the device how you want to get the device. I'm just here to share my overall opinions and overall experiences, okay? That being said, let's run through the colors and let's run through the prices. So, this particular case is available in 4 colors. So you have this one, which is the black and clear, or just black, okay? And this one is $16.99. And then we have another one, which is blue and black, okay? So it kind of has like a blue frame that shows through to the back. And that one is $21.99. Then we have a pink and gray. They just call it pink, But again, the pink frame shows through to the back, and then you have the gray around the sides. That one actually looks pretty good. So I know some ladies that would actually love that. And then last but certainly not least, we have the purple, which is just purple all the way around. So a purple frame, purple sides, and then it's clear in the back so you can see the device. And I know some ladies that would love that purple too. But honestly, I like the black and I like the blue. It's good stuff. But again, it's ranging in price from $16.99 all the way up to $21.99. Okay, so $17 to $22, just to make it easier. And keep in mind, if you are an Amazon Prime customer, you get free 2-day shipping. So all you have to do is factor in the taxes based on your location and region into the price, because you get the free 2-day shipping. If you're not an Amazon Prime customer, you have to factor in the taxes and the shipping and handling. Okay? And eBay, that's how that goes. I'm not a big user of eBay, but y'all know eBay is eBay. All right? But that being said, that goes over the overall pricing. That goes over the overall availability. So, final thoughts time. Can I recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick up this case for your Samsung Galaxy A54 5G? Well, I would have to say yes. Okay? I feel like the positives of this case vastly outweigh the negatives, okay? And especially if you just picked up your brand new device, right? You just dropped the $450 on the brand new A54 5G for the 128, or you dropped the $499.99, $500 for the 256, and you want to protect your overall investment and maximize the longevity, then this is the type of case that you may want to look at, okay? And you also may want to look at getting a tempered glass as well. But whether or not you use a tempered glass, this case should fully protect your device. So if you want maximum protection and not have to spend a boatload of money, then this is definitely a case that I can recommend. So once again, can I recommend you guys and gals go out there and pick this case up? I would have to say yes. Yes, indeed. All right, that does it for this evening's review. This whole video here this evening has been recorded with the rear-facing primary camera on the Samsung Galaxy S20 5G. This was recorded using Video Pro mode in 720p, in 1080p at 30 FPS with no external microphone hooked up. And I am using my professional studio lights here. That's why, you know, my hands and stuff looking extra glossy. Like, I did a video call with my brother the other night after I got done recording. And he was like, bro, why does it look like you're sweating over there? I'm like, because I am, bro. Because these studio lights ain't nothing to mess with, man. Professional studio lights, man. You got to take this recording game serious. So, please let me know what you think of the overall video quality, as well as what you think of the overall audio quality down below in the comments. As always, all your feedback is greatly appreciated. That being said, if this video did pique your interest and you would like to know where you can pick up the device and or the featured case that was featured in the video, all the links to all the recommended cases for the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G and all of my extended coverage on the device will be available linked up down below in the video description. All right, and down below in the video description will contain affiliated buy links. So if your interest is piqued and you would like to know where you can pick up the device or the recommended cases at some really great prices, check out the links down below in the video description. When you guys and gals use those links, I do get a small percentage of kickback that I do put back into the channel, but I consider that to be a win-win for everyone in my overall opinion, because that's at no additional cost to you guys and gals. All right, so as always, if your interest is piqued, down below in the video description will be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. I hope everyone is having a great evening. I hope you guys and gals are staying safe out there, and I will catch everyone in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. We are out of here. Peace.